Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Farms. Check it out. I got another solar generator to review here. It's the Dabbsson 2000L. Nice looking unit. It certainly has a lot of reserve capacity based off the weight here. Let's go ahead and open it up and then I'll show you the actual unit here, but try to figure out what specs are exactly. There was some confusion between me and the manufacturer. They were telling me that this was a 240 volt setup, but it appeared to be only 110 volts. So just be aware, their website may not be accurate on that. Okay, let's see here. It weighs about 40 pounds. It does have Wi-Fi capacity. I'm not sure why that would need that. I guess maybe it does online updates. Pure sine wave, 2200 watt, surge to 4400 watt at 120 volts. It has a 3 amp USB-A and a 3 amp and 5 amp USB-C. It can charge 12.6 volts at 10 amps for 126 watts. That's if you're using the car charger. So it'd take a good while to recharge this with a car charger. AC input, and this is a fast charger. Plug in an AC line directly to your house current, full 15 amps, that's 1500 watts. Rolling into this thing, it will recharge in no time. And solar charge, 12 to 60 volts at 20 amp max, which puts it at 800 watts maximum capacity. It does support 12 and 24 volt battery if you want to have that as a charger as well. And it says it can go 4,000 charges. I've never had one of these things fail because a battery failed. I have had units that have failed because the inverter fails. But all right, let's take a look on the front here and we'll take a look at where the business is. I'll go ahead and power it up so you guys can see the screen. And it looks like we have ourselves a nice charge lists here. Right now, we do have buttons to power up the 12 volt side, and we do have a button to power up. Oh, it has a flashlight. As far as outlets, we do have a cigarette lighter up on top. We do have a plug-in right here for car charging. USB-C, USB-C, USB-A, USB-A. We did see the light. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different outlets, so a pretty significant when it comes to outlets. Did only come with a 46% charge, but that's okay too, I guess. And we'll go ahead and shut that back off. There we go. As far as the rest of it, it does have these really nice big carrying handles up on top here. I appreciate that because I am getting older and it's harder to lift these things. 40 pounds doesn't sound like a lot until you have to carry it across the property or carry it across your house because you want to power the fridge. Maybe you want to power the router, maybe you want to watch TV, who knows. On the back, our fast port charging here, plug in that and you got yourself a whole lot of juice. And our solar input there as well. And that's it. There's not a lot to it as far as the unit itself. Let's see what kind of accessories came with it. I'm in the process of changing up the inverters and the solar generators that I have. I got rid of 2 of my older ones that were slow charge and replaced them with faster ones. This one here will be the last of the fast charge. And so it does come with a nice, it looks like about a 5-foot cable there, real heavy duty gauge. That's going to be your fast charge. And then it also has this, plug into your car and plug it into your solar connection and you can charge based off of that. Although remember, you're going to be a long time to charge off of that. Now at 800 watts solar, that's awesome. The studio here has 600 watts of solar, so this would be perfect for it. In fact, I had planned on making this the power station for up here, but like I said, I was under the impression that this was a 240 volt system, and so I wired in the box here at the house for 240. That won't work, unfortunately, but that's okay. I will use it to power a deep freezer here on the property. Well, I guess that'll do it for today. Not a terribly long video. Look, these things, I've talked to you about these things so many times now that you really ought to have something like this, some kind of backup, some kind of insurance plan. And if you don't, you got to ask yourself why you don't. Maybe you need to. Think about how much money you have sitting in your fridge right now, in your freezer right now, that would go bad if you lost power for 3 days. And then maybe think about what something like this would cost to keep that freezer running during that event, and it starts to make sense. Till next time, my friends, take care.